Hi everyone, welcome back to Unlimited Potential. I'm Michelle Wright.
And I'm Chrissy Capral.
We're so glad that you can join us here again today. So we are going to do your numerology reading for November 8th through the 14th. Want to get started?
We are. Let's do it.
Cool. If you are new to our channel, you can expect a numerology reading every week. We will focus on the week from Sunday through Saturday. That's the way we're deciding to run the weeks. We did not pre-shuffle the cards, but we did cleanse the space. Chrissy is going to shuffle now, and then we are going to shuffle in hand and hope that the cards are choosing themselves. With that being said,
here we go.
I am always looking out in my own best interest that one doesn't fly up and hit me.
I don't detect it right now.
But for the most part, we have a lot that hit the floor. So there's your first one. Yeah. So you have to excuse us when we leave the frame for that. Somehow, no matter how we do it, the numerology cards always hit the floor. We're going to choose 3 cards today, unless the universe chooses more for us. Give you our interpretation, and then we will consult the guidebook to give you a little bit more of what the cards have been created to share. And that one landed on my leg and then flipped. And then also affirmation for each card.
I think we have 5 today.
Wow. And look at the colors.
Oh, 6.
Yeah. All right, let's see where we want to get started, just in the order they fell, right?
Yeah.
Wow, look at the 9s. Okay, so bear with us, guys. We are usually working with 3, possibly 4.
We have 6
Yeah,
today.
yeah, we got it. We have a good 6 today.
Wow.
Wow, that's the math you're not going to do in your head now, are you, Chris?
Nope.
All right, why don't you get started, and then I am going to grab the guidebook and see if I can run a little bit more numerology for everybody.
Okay. All right, so the first card that fell out all the way over there, way over there, was card number 99, which is compassion. We actually got this card, I think, last week.
A couple weeks ago, actually. Yeah, a couple weeks ago.
I know it was recent that we got this card.
It resonates for me because it's so strong in its color.
Yes.
And
it's
I
just
am
beautiful.
in love with it. Yeah.
It's gorgeous. And 99 is 18, which breaks down again to a 9.
To a 9.
Which is the end of a cycle. Which is kind of ironic for this week.
Yeah. You know why? Because Mercury is finally going direct this week. And, you know, it started out last week, but I think we could be in full swing this week.
Right.
And hopefully that could be a little bit more evident in this video, because my words are not my friends when Mercury is in retrograde.
Yes, absolutely.
But we do have we had so many planets in the solar system in retrograde at the same time.
Yes.
That were really affected by their energies. So, and this is a time when we're needing a little bit more compassion in the world as it is.
Yes. So this resonates with me, is just have compassion towards yourself, have compassion to others. It's pretty self-explanatory. You know, don't put too much pressure on yourself.
Yeah.
You know, you have your to-do list. It'll get done. You know, just sit back, relax, stay focused, and just be compassionate. So I think this is pretty self-explanatory. But the double numbers around here. First 2 cards anyway. Do you want me to keep going while you're...
Yeah, go ahead. I'm still just calculating.
All right, so the second card is intuition, which is number 22. Okay, 22 is a master number, which typically we wouldn't break down, but if you were, it breaks down to a 4, which is very foundational. So I think that this, so far, just within these 2 cards...
Now I'm checking my math, but I think I might blow your mind in a little while.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. All right, so I think within the first 2 cards, it's just basically telling you this week to have compassion for yourself and trust your gut.
Okay.
And trust your intuition. I know for me this week, the energies are flying high. I'm feeling all kinds of stuff. I'm picking up on a lot of things. And I'm in my head trying to determine.
I couldn't agree more.
What they mean.
It's kind of overwhelming in the fact that you don't know where to start sorting.
Exactly.
We're receiving so much at one time. And we're just being told all across our personal readings to trust your intuition, trust your gut, trust your... And I said to Chrissy this morning, I don't know what that is. Because there's so much at one
Right.
time
Absolutely.
that I feel like I don't know where to start sorting. So maybe we can get some clarity for ourselves in this too.
Absolutely.
That would be great.
Without
I would
question.
really appreciate that.
Right?
Yeah.
Because it's coming in like a download without question.
Yes, yes,
me.
yes,
Yep,
yes. So it's
so-
great season
and-
to do that. Look at the pumpkin spice of this card.
I know, it's beautiful.
It just screams pumpkin.
It's fall.
It's fall. It's
Yeah.
fall.
So I mean,
The energies
just
are really, really
the-
strong this fall.
The synchronicities of the double numbers in just the first two cards
Yeah,
does resonate. So,
I agree.
you know,
I'm gonna go back to double checking my math here.
okay. I'm going to keep going with my own intuition of the rest of the cards that fell out.
I'll stay with you.
And, all right, so the next card is number 67, which is physical activity. So this tells me that sometimes when we are overwhelmed and we need to clear our head.
I did it 3 times. I'm getting the same number. So
Okay. So you're really going to blow my mind.
you know how I have to double, triple check
I
things
know.
because I have 3s and 3s.
I know.
Okay, go for it. Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes going out and doing something physical will help you to clear your mind.
Well,
So-
not only that, we always talk about, getting back into nature. When you need to, take a time out, which we talked
Absolutely.
about last week. It's a good thing to just step outside.
Absolutely. I mean, even if it's just something simple,
It's very grounding.
it's very grounding. For most of you who have been following us, know that I'm very much a martial artist. I've been studying Qigong for a while. I do Qigong at least twice a week. But I started to do, in the mornings, I bought these, those resistant bands.
Oh, yeah.
So it's very interesting with me and my dog in the morning, trying to do just a little, muscle toning kind of thing, because he thinks it's his toy. But irregardless, back to this.
Yeah.
If you just get out and do a little physical activity, even if it's just for 5 minutes, it will help clear your head so that you can follow your intuition
Absolutely.
without question.
And I always feel like I'm much more focused.
And this also breaks down to a 4. So this is 13, which
Okay.
breaks down to a 4, which is, again, foundational.
Okay.
All right.
Here we go again. We're hearing this all across.
Right? So
Our
it's
readings.
just,
We're gonna share a photo of the full reading
full spread.
on our socials too, so you'll see the full spread. It's just chock full of purple, and purple to me is very divine. I mean, people think about it being white light, yeah, but purple is just a divine color. That could be my, Catholicism background of growing up, but
Well, no, it is the
really
color of
speaks
your
to
crown
that.
chakra. So, and that is where you are connected to spirit or God or whatever you want
it's
to
your
call
point of download.
it. Oh boy, and are they coming in?
All right,
Okay.
so we'll keep telling
We'll
you
keep going.
what we see, and I happen to wear purple today. How about that?
How about that?
All right,
You're all coordinated.
closer to God.
Closer to God. All right.
Higher the hair, the more purple. Closer to God.
There you go.
Okay.
So, personal growth is number 7.
And you know that for me, a 7 always resonates as the most divine number. I mean, I
again-
love things in 3s. That's just my thing. But 7 tells me it is,
Yes.
and it is
And,
meant.
and in the actual symbolism of the number 7, you guys can see it, is bringing heaven to earth. So, this is personal growth. So I think with the first 4 cards is just have compassion with yourself, trust your intuition, get out and do something to clear your head because that will give you some personal growth, a new perspective on
Absolutely.
maybe something that's bothering you, or
Absolutely.
if that resonates with you, or whatever.
And personal growth doesn't have to be, profound.
Right.
We don't have to, think about things in grand changes. We've been
little
looking
things,
at personal growth over the last few weeks,
Absolutely.
and sharing your gifts, and in being present in change and taking that first leap and knowing that the universe has your back, being able to accept that and own it and
Yep.
let it resonate for you as truth in itself is personal growth.
Yep. Absolutely.
So, and then look at this. I mean, could it be any more clear? It's the time of rebirth.
Yep.
You have another 7 here. This is a card of 16, breaking down to its simplest form as a 7. Another divine message of, rebirth. This is a great time. Everything that we've seen, and guys, we say this constantly. So if you haven't seen our other readings, go back and look at them, because we can't make this up.
Yep.
These are downloads that we're getting present right here with you. They haven't been set up. So there's so much change going on right now, but there's so much being said for the universe has your back. Take the leap, just do it. The first step is always going to be scary, you know, and feel uncomfortable, but this is a great time for rebirth, for personal growth, for, you know, starting a new cycle, a new chapter. And
what's popping into my head is, like you said, that the first step is always frightening and it's very scary. I said, but once your foot hits the ground, it's incredible.
Oh yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
So do it.
And there's something even grounding in that energy to stand on your truth and own it. You know, and then look, we see completion. Now, this doesn't mean that it's the end and something is over or you have to say goodbye to something, but it could be, you know, completion of your message. If you're owning it and you're accepting this message to be your truth, it's the completion of the cycle. It's a brand new beginning for a new chapter because the old is new again. You know, and that's what the season of fall really tells us. You know, things, all the leaves changing and dying off, and it's the end of a cycle so that there can be a new rebirth.
So, and it's winter is a time to go within.
Is
so
dormant.
that spring can come, which is that rebirth.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
So 9 again is a number that always resonates for you.
Yes. And 4. But I mean, if you look at the pattern of this.
So let's give you your numbers one more time so you can see them, you can hear them through. You have a 99, compassion. You have 22, intuition. She picked it up so quick.
Sorry.
67, physical activity. There's a 7 of personal growth. 16 for rebirth. And 9 for completion. Okay, you ready, Chris?
Okay.
Because you know I like things in 3, so I triple checked my math.
Okay.
Your overall number for this reading
is
a 4. It's a new foundation.
Yes, absolutely.
It is. It's rooted in what is going to be best for you and true to you, and the foundation of your next step forward.
And there's even another balance in the numbers of the cards of how they play out.
It starts with a 9.
Starts with a 9.
Ends with a 9.
We have 2 4s next.
And 2 7s.
And 2 7s. So there's an absolute balance here. So
and as Libras, we love that.
Of course we do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that, you know, it now's the time to trust your gut, get it going, and
it's time to get out of the flow and go within and listen, and then jump into something new.
Right.
And sometimes physical activity is something that could kind of kickstart that for you. Or if it's a time that you're saying, you know, I really don't want to couch potato it through the winter because we've been through so much as a people now already, then let it be actual physical activity.
Right.
But I think the physical activity here is just a way to kind of get you moving forward. It's an action card. It tells us to go for it.
Yep.
Oh, I love this. I can't wait to share this picture with you guys because the colors are just so...
They're beautiful.
Rich. They're so rich.
Do you want to give them a little bit from the book for each, or do you want to?
I kind of don't, but I will.
Okay. All right. I mean, listen.
We're going to go. Let me just give you some affirmations, okay?
that
So
sounds
let's
good.
look at it this way. 99 is the last card in the deck. So compassion. And it indicates a time to be compassionate not only towards others, but also, you know, towards yourself. You know, be careful of, you know, being ill-tempered or short, but, you know, be compassionate with other people. You never know what they're going through either. Your affirmation for this card is, I am compassionate towards others and attract the same in return. It is really that simple, everyone. It really is that simple. Okay, let's see. Intuition. This card is encouraging us to trust our inner guidance and continue to embrace the intuitive wisdom that resides within our own soul. Your affirmation for this card is, my intuition leads me to where I need to be.
Amen.
Leads me to where I need to be. Okay, we're gonna 67. Thank you for your patience. Again, we don't set this up or I would have had these numbers ready. Okay, 67 as physical activity is indicating a need for exercise, which is good right now for reducing stress hormones and releasing your feel-good endorphins in the brain, creating an overall sense of well-being, self-confidence, and inner peace. Kind of speaks to what we were talking about. Your affirmation, I exercise my body and improve my quality of life. Okay. Going as fast as I can. Okay. Personal growth. This is indicating a time for significant growth and improvement when you're being encouraged to be the best you can be. This is a great time to ask yourself, it continues on to say, who am I? What do I want from my life? And what is preventing me from achieving that? What is the next step I need to take? So again, trusting your intuition, kind of taking those thoughts into account. Your affirmation for this card is, as I improve myself, I improve the circumstances of my life. We're moving right along, but this is a big spread, so let's see. Okay, rebirth is indicating a time of major transformation and transition that will result in significant personal growth for you. It also says, by drawing this card, you have entered into a period of spiritual awakening and rebirth where you have the opportunity to align with your higher self and the overarching principles that are guiding you. So again, getting quiet and trusting your intuition. Just accept those downloads as they are and make sense of it later. Your affirmation is, through personal transformation, I reach my greatest potential.
Love that one.
Yeah, me too. That's a good one. And completion. This card is indicating a time necessary for endings and the completion in preparation for all new beginnings. It says you're being encouraged to let go of the old, for there's a new way. Talks about behavior, friendships, love, job, residence, blah, 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 blah. So the old is making way for all new. Let that go. Your affirmation for this card, it is safe to surrender to the magical future that awaits me. Isn't that beautiful?
Amazing.
There is something so freeing in surrender.
Yes.
And I think that, wow, the balance of these numbers, guys, I mean, I couldn't love it more. The fact that we're getting a full 4, which is so foundational. It is so beautifully balanced. I can't wait to share it with you in our socials. I really can't. All right, so let's, did you want to clarify with another deck, or do you want to go right for an affirmation? What do you think?
I think we should go right for an affirmation.
Yeah, because I really love this.
Yeah.
So Chrissy has chosen Heart and Soul by Sylvia Brown.
This is actually my very first deck I've ever owned.
Yeah, she's a pretty interesting lady. It's the same Sylvia Brown, right?
And this deck was actually given to me by my mentor. So.
Oh, that's fantastic.
It's very special to me.
All right, so let's see what comes then.
All right.
These are real simple cards. They are double-sided, but they're very simple on the first side, and then you get a nice little message on the back.
So I'm just going to shuffle like this because they're
very similar to the Louise Hay heart thought cards that we use often. Guys, if you could see this from my point of view, you'd really think that I'm going to lose an eye one of these days. Oh.
Should we take that one?
I think we should. Okay. It's right there.
All right.
It was saving my eyesight.
Yes, it was. I'm going to hold on right here.
Coping with disappointment.
No.
Life can be disappointing when reality outweighs your dreams. Use this day to see that things don't seem to go your way. Will help you build patience for God. Now, you want to change that last word, patience for good. Patience for your higher self. Patience for your spirit. Patience for your soul. Whatever that looks like for you. However that resonates for you. I think that that's completely appropriate. There you go. See how sweet. The artwork is so pretty. And it's congruent. Congruent, is that the word I'm looking for?
Yeah.
All the way around. So coping with disappointment. So, I don't know. I mean, I just put it down on the spread and you see all that purple just pop right out of the card.
Yep. You do.
To go with the rest of what we're looking at here.
Right. And I think it's resonating with, this cycle that you're going through or that you may have to go through. And coping with whatever's bugging you, whatever, is not serving your higher good. And
I'm getting something. And I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know whether it's a channeled message or my higher self. which is not likely for me to do in a reading, but I feel the need to stop. I'm looking at these cards and I'm seeing them running in either order.
Oh, absolutely.
So if we're talking about starting with completion, then you can honor this even more. You know, coping with the disappointment, putting that behind you and moving forward.
Right.
The rest of the spread from now right to left reads with nothing but new growth and new beginnings. So we're seeing that can go either direction.
Absolutely. Because of that balance that we've had in the numbers.
There's so much balance in that. Yeah. And you might see the scales kind of tip in both directions until it evens out.
Right.
You know, somewhere in that personal growth and you know, that new path for you. But coping with disappointment really means just honoring that you felt that way and then moving forward.
Here I go again. So I'm like, you're talking about meeting in the middle, scales of Japan. The balance of this card is that if I were to take the two middle cards that are meeting in the middle.
This is exactly what we're looking at right now.
Right? Because it's exactly where you put this card.
I keep putting it back in the same spot.
So if I take the number of those two cards, which is 13, which breaks to a 4, and a 7 is an 11. Which is more balance.
Yeah, it's a master number. It's more balance.
Yep.
So take it as it is, guys.
Yeah.
You know, physical activity, personal growth. Don't hold on to those disappointments. Just, own them and then let them go and let them...
Where's your mug?
I'm going to bring that mug out one day. You're going to love it.
Yep.
But don't let disappointment outweigh your dreams. We talked in last week's reading, too. Like, don't forget, like, remember when we used to dream when we were kids? We would put it into action. We would feel it. We would smell it. We would talk about it. It's time to start doing that again.
Absolutely.
And you're going to find that maybe some of that is very intuitive for you and what this next step is.
Right. And sometimes, that physical activity might be just go out and play.
Yeah.
Go out and let your inner
We
child
saw that
come out.
2 or 3 weeks ago, just
go
connect
play.
with kids and go play.
Yeah.
Trust your good vibes.
Absolutely.
All right. I feel really, really good about
Me
this
too.
week's reading. So guys, we do have a contest currently going on. If you have not seen that in our other videos, let me just recap that for you. We are asking you to spread the word and the good vibes. What that means is if you're not already subscribed to our channel, please subscribe. Leave us a comment below, whatever you'd like. We hope that it's positive, but we'll take any feedback that you have.
Absolutely.
And give this video a like if you liked it, okay?
Yeah.
Simply enough, that is going to enter you into a drawing for a free reading. We would ask you to also follow over on our socials because we're going to be reminding you guys of giveaways and contests there. The free reading that we will be doing for you would be a numerology reading or a complete review of your birth chart. It takes about 15 to 20 minutes max. We don't want to leave a full-time limit on that because, again, if we're receiving more messages than what we expect, we're going to honor that. We're not going to cut it off at 3 cards if we have 6 that are coming true for you, just like we did this week for your weekly reading. So stay tuned for that. Please make sure that you hit that bell so you're notified every time we post a new video. We will see you right back here on this channel every single Sunday for a numerology video. You can expect to see us also mid month because we have a full moon coming on the 15th. So we'll do another.
Do we have a new moon coming first? Is it the new moon or the full moon? We should have a new moon coming first. We just had a full moon.
We have a new moon coming. New moon on the 15th. New moon on the 15th. I'm so sorry.
That's right.
In fact, I have the calendar right here. New moon on the 15th. Full moon on the 30th.
Okay.
So you have 2 more readings that are coming this month. We also have a chakra. Understanding your chakras, like Chakras 101, that will be coming out, and some gemstone videos that will be coming out. So don't miss a beat. It's going to be lots of fun. And speaking of fun, if you need to let loose and just have a little fun, go watch our blue moon video.
Oh boy.
It was so fun for us, and we feel like we look so good in black and white.
We just might post everything in black and white.
We should. We should. So thank you again for being here with us today. We're so happy that you joined us again, and we look forward to seeing you again really soon.
Take care.
Until next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.